So I have a flight in a few hours and I'm here at my friend's cigar lounge in Bogota, Colombia. And I just wanted to do this video to quickly talk about one of the most important things that's happened to you if you are a UK real estate investor. This will be relevant if you are not a UK real estate investor because of the other mechanisms. However, the single most important thing that's happened to the UK real estate market at this moment in time is that they've removed the exemption to set off your mortgage payments, the interest off against your taxes. So what they've basically done, and this by the way is only for retail. So if you are a big wealthy corporation, you get to do whatever you want to do. If you're retail, as usual, you get fucked. So this is an important moment for everyone who owns UK property to think about getting into Bitcoin and having an allocation in Bitcoin, because what you can do is all of the money that you are losing, all of the value that you are losing by maintaining a UK real estate portfolio, you can supplement that with Bitcoin. And over the next few years, you will find that your wealth actually grows rather than just maintains. This is extremely important, and a lot of people are not doing this. This is why I got my parents into Bitcoin. They now have one Bitcoin for every property that they own, and that is the hedge for the 35 years of work that they've put in building that property portfolio, only to get fucked by the government because they can now no longer set off the interest payments and the additional things, the additional negatives that come with real estate. Because remember, real estate, philosophically, when you understand real estate, it has to be the first thing that's controlled. Because if you cannot control real estate and the prices keep going up and up and up everywhere in the world, you're going to have peasants that can't afford to have a roof over their head. That gets people to protest. You don't want that. If you are the controlling party, right, and you are the controller of this world, you don't want people protesting for no reason. So what do? They control real estate prices. How do they control real estate prices? This applies everywhere in the world. They issue more permits. They give you tax incentives. They can increase taxes, etc., etc., etc. So they're going to control real estate one way or another. And if you are in real estate, you don't have any control over your own wealth. If you think that building a property portfolio means that you get to control your wealth, you don't understand what you own. To really control your wealth, it cannot be taxable, it cannot be influenceable, and legally they can't just turn around and make a new law and say, oh no, we can change the dynamics of this investment. Real estate is not that. Real estate can be ring fenced anywhere in the world, and then you've got all the risks that come with real estate. However, if you are a UK real estate investor, now is the time to start thinking about diversifying. I understand it's complicated to fully sell and dump everything into a new asset class when you've understood an asset for 40 years and when you're sitting there going, oh, I don't know whether this new thing is going to make sense or not. Fine, don't do that. But at least consider diversifying. At the end of the day, a lot of people who've been sitting on a lot of property for a long time can easily refinance that property, allocate some to Bitcoin, and get the tenants to pay for the Bitcoin. So these are all possibilities. You've got to start thinking creatively, because they're going to come for your real estate portfolio and they're going to come for your real estate profits, because it's the easiest political points to generate and it's the easiest way to make the peasants happy. Because remember, as I've been saying this for a while, if you've got to have three things, you ain't protesting. It's a roof over your head, some food in your belly, and a future that you can see for your children. You ain't protesting. So having a roof over your head is going to be extremely important, and therefore real estate will be controlled and it will be maintained. In addition to all of that, when you actually look at the price appreciation for real estate, it's nothing crazy. It's basically the same as the M2 expansion. So you've got to take into account, what do you want to do? Do you want to grow your wealth? If you want to grow your wealth, you can't get into real estate. It doesn't make sense, at least not in the UK anymore. It's basically growing at the same rate as the amount of money that's being printed. That's not wealth growth, right? So if you're sitting there going, oh, I own a bunch of real estate, I'm feeling happy right now, you are the most vulnerable person in the United Kingdom, because they're coming for you. They're coming for your property portfolio. They're coming for the wealth attached to your property portfolio. You need to get into a sovereign asset. That's where Bitcoin comes in. And now is the time to start focusing on how to get into Bitcoin. If you've got questions, put them in the comments. I'll do videos on questions regarding that, how the process works to do that. So start thinking about diversifying away from real estate and start focusing on how to add Bitcoin to that portfolio. Bitcoin at the end of the day is the new real estate. It's not property in London or property in New York or property in Miami. It is the foundation of real estate as an asset class. It's the first time you get to own a piece of the underlying asset class. That's why you need to start paying attention to it. If you're not paying attention to it, you're gonna get fucked, because real estate, it's not a way to grow wealth at this point. It's a way to maintain wealth. So take that message for what it is and get some Bitcoin if you are a real estate investor, particularly if you are a UK real estate investor.